Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. It was just a few weeks ago, on October 18th, that I wrote in a blog post and talked in a video about how in 10 years, 75% of Americans would be overweight or obese. And I find that extremely sad because, for the most part, being overweight and obese, as well as the related diseases that go with that and the related healthcare costs resulting from those diseases, is preventable. We really don't have to be overweight or obese. We really can change that. And yesterday, which was November 4th of 2010, there was another study that was reported in Reuters that says Americans will keep growing fatter until 42% of the nation is considered obese. And having fat friends is part of the problem. The prediction by a team of researchers at Harvard University contradicts other experts who say the nation's obesity rate has peaked at 34% of the U.S. population. The thought that has been that people will continue being overweight or the number of people being overweight will rise, but that the percentage of people who are obese would probably hold around 34 to 36%. Well, this new study suggests that that's not accurate, that it will climb to 42%. And a few months ago, I also talked about obesity being contagious, and this article is referring to that study as well. And the finding is from the same group that reported in 2007 that if someone's friend becomes obese, that person's chances of becoming obese increase by more than half. They now think the same phenomenon is driving the obesity epidemic, which will climb slowly but steadily for the next 40 years. Over the long-running study, the rate of weight gain caused by social interaction, a person's contact with friends who are obese, has grown quite rapidly since 1971. It looks like obesity is becoming more infectious. In the study, the team found that an American adult has a 2% chance of becoming obese in any given year. And each obese social contact increases the risk of becoming obese by 0.5% per year. And while having fat friends increases the odds that you will become fat, befriending thin people does not appear to help you lose weight. You really don't catch healthiness. That's a lifestyle choice, a change. Obesity-related diseases account for nearly 10% of medical spending in the United States, or an estimated $147 billion a year. You know, folks, we're looking in our nation about where are we going to cut budgets and how are we going to handle health care costs. $147 billion a year is being spent on diseases that result from being overweight and obese that for the most part is preventable. And I just find that extremely alarming and just totally outrageous that we've allowed that to happen. And what this study is suggesting is that when we hang out with people who are overweight, we tend to take on their behaviors and we mimic their behaviors and adapt their behaviors, and pretty soon we're putting on the weight and packing on the pounds ourselves. And you know, we all want to belong, we want to be a part of, and what another real sad fact in our country is that 65% of the U.S. population is overweight. That is our norm, okay? And it is abnormal in our country to be at a healthy weight. And I just had somebody this week who is about 3 pounds from her goal weight tell me that 2 different people have come up to her and expressed concern about her weight release and that, you know, should she have lost that much weight? Well, she looks really good. She doesn't look thin. She doesn't look ill. She doesn't look peaked or anything like that. She looks great. And they thought she should have some more pounds on her body. And these were people who are overweight were making these comments to her. And again, we want to belong, and there's that part that gets drawn into that need to fit in and have approval and want to put weight back on. But she caught it, she was very aware of it, and is using her self-hypnosis to be in charge of the suggestions that she's being given, and that it's very okay and it's safe and healthy for her to achieve her goal weight and stay there throughout the rest of her life. And at Slender for Life, which is my hypnotic weight loss program, that's really what we focus on, is you taking control of the trance you're in. Instead of being wrapped up in the decadent meals and how many calories and how much fat and how much alcohol can I possibly consume in one meal, it's really about you creating a new relationship with yourself, a new relationship with food, and being at choice. Eating when you're truly hungry and stopping eating when your appetite says enough, no more. And making healthy choices. Eating slowly, eating consciously. Food should taste good, it should be sensuous, it should be just absolutely wonderful in its taste and its smell and its texture. Total pleasure, total enjoyment. But that doesn't mean you have to eat a ton of it, or it has to be filled with fat and calories and cholesterol. It can taste really, really good and also be healthy and support you in getting to your goal weight. So if you're interested in taking weight off and most importantly keeping it off, visit slenderforlife.com and hypnosishealthinfo.com and look at the tools and the resources there, and my book Becoming Slender for Life and the audio CDs that go with that, and really take charge of your life. Take the weight off and keep it off. And if I can support you in your journey, give me a call, 206-903-1232. You can visit me if you're here in the Puget Sound area in my office here on Bainbridge Island, or over in Seattle in the Medical Dental Building in downtown Seattle. Once a month, I'm out in Forks and see clients out there. And if you live too far away from the Puget Sound area, then give me a call, send me an email, and together you and I can create a program that will support you over the phone, over Skype, and other internet tools that will support you in your journey of truly becoming slender for life, and most importantly, remaining slender for life. So let's curb healthcare costs. Let's start reducing healthcare costs. Take control of our nation's budget. Balance it out. Let's get to a healthy weight. Let's take charge of ourselves. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.